left her a note before I left. I told her I was leaving. She shouldn't look for me, that I was going, but hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. My name is Riza and I'm a cocktail from Nigeria. I'm making this video right in the capital city of Nigeria, Abuja. Welcome to my space. So on today's video, I'm going to be continuing my story of how I visited my biological father's home, what happened. If you've not seen the video, please check out the video. I'm going to leave the link up here for you to check it out. Please like, comment and share this video, please. That's the only way you're going to support me. Please turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified each time I post a new video. Thank you. So on today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I ran away from home. Yes, you heard me right. I ran away from home. So on this day, my aunt had given me some money that my cousins had sent to her. That's her kids. They usually send her monthly upkeep. So she gives the money to me. Some of the money she gives to me to keep, so we can be using at home. So she had given me this money to keep. So before that time, today she told me, oh, you're going to Calabar next week, you would go and check, for admission, you would go and make inquiries, don't worry, you will go to school, you will go to the university. I've always been a child that wanted to go to school, so I don't see the reason why you don't want to allow me to go to school, like you don't want to send me to school. So I was worried. Today she told me tomorrow, 1 month will pass, another month will pass, I'm still not going to school. So on this fateful day, I just decided the best thing for me is to just leave. And besides, some of my cousins around, they had already started telling me that she's been telling them things like, oh, she's no longer going back, she's going to remain here, she's not going back to the city again. Like my daughter says she should not come back again. Like, okay. So when they told me all of this, I was like, oh, you're deceiving me and you're telling my cousins, telling other people that you would not allow me to go back to Abuja again. So I was angry. So I didn't know what to do. I just told myself the best thing for me was to run away from home. So the money she gave to me, I took part of it, and then I had called one of my friends in Abuja who sent me some money. Usually they'll send like recharge cards to me, so I'll sell the recharge card. The recharge card vendor takes like a commission and then give me the money, the remaining part of it. So I had already called. They sent me some money. I sold it and I had some money. I took the money she gave to me, and then I left her a note before I left. I told her I was leaving. She shouldn't look for me, that I was going, but I would be back. For her money that I'm taking, she shouldn't worry. I'm going to make it up. I would pay her the money when I make money. Believe you me, I didn't know how, but I just knew that I would get some money and I'll pay her back. That was the note I left for her. I told her not to be angry at me. She shouldn't worry about me. She shouldn't be worried, that I would be fine. And before that time, she would always make statements like, if you know you have anybody in town you want to go and stay with, just tell me, I would allow you to go. And tomorrow she's telling me, oh, don't worry, you're going to school. Like, so I was confused. It was like she was just trying to mess with my head and all that. So, and this is a woman I loved so much, and I love so much, not loved. I love her so much, even until now. So I was like, what's this? So I left very early in the morning. I had made my plans with one of my cousins So very early in the morning, at about the time when I used to wake up to go and clean the house, open the door, do things, I woke up at that time. I'm sure she will be listening to me, and then she will think maybe I'm about to sweep as usual. So, but when I woke up, I packed my bag. I had already packed my bag the previous night. So I carried my bag and I sneaked out of the house and I locked the door. And that was how I ran to my cousin's place there. Quickly had my bath there. I didn't even eat. Called one of my cousins from another place. We had made the plans already. He came there, picked me up and took me to another junction where I would get vehicle. I I I I paid for the vehicle, went somewhere and hid myself just in case she was coming. That's how I was just eager for the vehicle to get filled up. That's how the vehicle got filled up and we hit the road for Abuja. Believe me, I didn't know where I was going to. Though I had called one of my senior friends like that. So I called her. She lives in the same compound with my sister. So on that day, I got to Abuja at night. I waited for everybody to go to bed and I went straight into my friend's house. I was inside there. I used to bathe very early in the morning when nobody has woken. I would eat inside there. I would pee in a bucket. She would help me throw it outside. I was doing literally everything inside that room. I couldn't come out because I didn't want my sister to see me. That's my cousin, the one I was living with. I didn't want her to see me because she wanted me to leave the city, go back to the village, like to go back. She didn't just want me to. I don't know, but I was inside there, and this is my friend. You know, they might not tell you that, oh, come and leave, but although she's may her soul rest in peace, she's late now, and she was quite older than me at that time. So I was very close with her. I used to tell her everything, whatever my sister does to me at that time, I used to tell her. So she knows my story, she knows everything about me. So she accommodated me, she used to feed me. Then I used to call some of my friends for help. They would give me money. When they give me money, I would use it at home. Anytime I don't have money, there'll be problems. So you guys know how it is now. Your friends, they will not tell you that you've overstayed your welcome, but their actions, their attitudes will tell you. So at some point I just knew that it was time for me to leave. So I stayed there for like 2 months. Then she was moving. That was like a breath of fresh air for me. So she moved to another place. When she moved to that place, we had there. Then demolition now happened. So there were some parts in Abuja that were demolished in that 2004. So it affected that area. So she said she wanted to leave. I should come and carry my items. So I didn't know where to stay. I carried my items from there. I went to start staying with a friend. And this friend was a male friend. I knew him far back in 2003. Immediately I left secondary school, that was when I met him, and he was my very good friend. He also knew what I was going through at that time. Even while I was at home, he used to call me. I used to call him. I would narrate to him things like that. And mind you guys, while I was at home, there was somebody who said he was interested in me. He was not interested in a relationship. He wanted to marry me. So when I got home, I told my aunt about this person. She told me she wanted to go and check if the person was actually real or fake. And I don't know. Somehow it didn't work. The person stopped calling me, just like that. I don't want to go too deep into that, but that was it. So when I got back, if I call the person, he doesn't pick. So that was it. And this person was actually serious, and he had money, and he was treating me nicely, and he wanted me to go to school, and he was ready to wait for me, because at that time your baby girl was still a naive young girl. So now, so he was ready to wait for me. When I'm ready, then we can take things to the next level. So when I got back, nothing was working. So I moved from that my friend's house to this my friend I'm telling you about, because after the demolition she said she wanted to move elsewhere and I cannot follow her there. A lot of stories like that. So I said okay. I moved to this my friend, a male friend, and I started staying with him. This time, my mom didn't know where I was. My aunt did not look for me. My sister did not look for me. Nobody looked for me. After demolition, my clothes, everything, I don't know where they went to. Till this day that I'm talking to you, I don't know where they are. But I thank God that I am not where I want to be, but I am not where I used to be before. That was how my life started. I started life from there in 2004. That was how I started my life, gradually. My mates were in school at this time. Some, their parents were sending them to school. Some were doing business. Some were doing other things. But I was lost because there was nobody to tell me this is what to do, this is what not to do. I was just there. I was just this child that just knew that, oh, I wanted to be someone. I want to be great. I want to make money. I want to support my parents. I want to give my mom a good life. I want to help my siblings. That was just the child that I was, and that was all I wanted. I used to pray sometimes when I'm alone. I'll be praying and say, God, can you just do a miracle? Let me just find maybe someone like a scholarship, or someone who will just say, oh, I'm going to sponsor you, I'll send you to school, don't worry, like that. But it never came. It never came. I started living with this male friend. He would feed me. He would help me with money sometimes, and that's how I got a job. First off, I got a job in a restaurant, guys. I got a job in a restaurant. It was a new restaurant somewhere in because he used to stay like for those of you who live in Abuja, he used to live around Kaduna Road. So there's a small village there, they call it Garaka. So that's where he used to stay. So from that village to Suleja, a place in Niger State, is not too far. It's like 100 naira or 150 that time. So I got a job there in a restaurant, guys. It was not an easy job because it was in the kitchen. I used to wash pots, plates. I would wash pots, the pots that they use wood to cook with. I would wash the pot, I would wash plates, I would serve food, I would clean, and I would go in the morning, close in the evening, at night, like that. I continued like that, and guess how much was this pay? The pay was just 4,000 naira. 4,000 naira. How will I save? How will I feed? How will I pay transport to this place? I continued doing this job. I was doing this job, and this job comes with insults. It comes with frustration. It comes with all kinds of things. Sometimes they don't even give you food to eat. Sometimes they'll just give you food once, and the food they'll even give you is not even enough, like that. But I was enduring it. Where do I go to? Who do I have? Nobody. So I was just enduring all of that. I kept working there until one day I now got an opening again in a fuel station as a fuel attendant. I applied and I was employed. This time my salary was 6,000 there. But as we all know, in the fuel station, before the month ends, flight attendants, we used to have tips. Sometimes before you sell, you go and do your accounts of the day. You see that you have like a 3,000 or 2,000. So I was making money. And then when there's fear scarcity, those people that comes to buy with kegs, we used to charge them like maybe 200, 500 naira. So by the time you close, you'll be having money. So I was seeing money, no oil money. So I'll see money. I started making money. I started saving like that, like that. I started saving. I was working there. I was happy. Like I was at this time. I was still living with this my male friend I'm telling you guys about. I was still staying there, and of course we started dating, and we were dating. So I was with him. No doubt, he's a very nice person. Before I come back from work, he will be back from work. He would clean. He would ask me to rest. He would make food. He would give me food. He would help me do things. Sometimes he would wash my clothes like that. He was a very nice person. A little backstory: this male friend I'm talking about used to be our family friend when I was staying with my sister. So they rented my sister's house. So we were staying there together in the same place. That was how we knew ourselves and became friends. So when I got back, we started dating officially. Then when I had a problem with that my friend, that's how I moved in with him. So he was very nice to me. He was very supportive. I started saving. I even invited my sister to come on one Christmas, gave her money for her WAEC fee, gave her money for my mom, bought her things like that. Like a big sister now. This was like around 2007 now. So I was staying there like that, that job, that fuel attendant job. I was making small money like that. I was saving, I was buying things I want. So one fateful day like that, I was just at work, and then that's my cousin I used to stay with before, that said she didn't want me to stay with her again. She wanted me to go back to the village. She now called me because she was working with a construction there. So she called me and asked me where I was. I told her I was in Abuja. She now asked me if I had a job, that if I don't have a job that her company is employing, I can come, that she can help me get the job. And that was juicy, even more than where I was. And I said, okay, I'll come. That was how I went. And God helping me, the project manager of the site which she called me to, the man liked me, and then he employed me. I was working with the man. The man saw me as a daughter, as everything. And I was working there, doing well. Like the pay was okay, everything was moving smoothly, like everybody loved me. Like if I go to work, that's how people want to support me. Some will dash me money, some big bosses will give me money like that. Every now and then I was just working in a good environment. I had people who were very supportive of me in that place. And my sister too she was not telling me how I can move in with her. And I thought of what she had done to me in the past, the things she used to say to me, the way she used to behave to me, and I just told myself, no, I cannot deal with this again. No. So I did not make that mistake of going back to her again. I just remained where I was, kept working. Guys, after like 1 year and in this job, your girl found out she was pregnant. Yeah, I found out I was pregnant. I was pregnant. I was very, 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 very sad about it, because this was me who was saving up to go back to school, to do something for myself, so I'd be able to support my mom and my siblings. Here am I now being pregnant. How am I going to navigate through this? And I was young. I was still young because I came out from secondary school quite young. I was quite young. Yes. So guys, please, I'm going to stop this video here. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think about this video. Let's have a conversation down below. Do you have anybody who has had a similar story like mine, who has been through what I have been through? Just let's talk about it. Like, how did they manage before I tell the other part of my story of my journey in the pregnancy? Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye.